Hello, Aquarius. Welcome in or welcome back to Midnight Morning Readings. Thank you for viewing me today. We are here to do your July 2024 deeper dive. And I've already pulled the overarching energy card as well as your energy and message card for the month of July. So we've talked about over the last 6 months that that this year has been a lot of how do you fit in the world and the world fits with you, and how you might be working through this particular year, doing a lot of shadow work and really focusing on things that maybe burdens or things that have plagued you for a long, long time. Maybe something that happened 20 years ago that maybe you thought you had forgotten about, or thought that it was no longer having an impact, but it's really coming in and getting that closure to let things go. And so for this month, they gave you the Seven of Pentacles, and this is about planning and patience and really figuring out how you're moving forward. And I really feel that as you're coming in, because I do these readings mid-month, so the end of July going into August, you're really starting to put the groundwork, the boots on the ground of you've really started to feel the weight lifting, and so now you're starting to do some strategic planning as you're moving forward towards the end of the year, because the energy card they gave you for July is blossoming abundance. And so you're starting to see the fog move. You're starting to see the veil being cleared away, and you're starting to see what's beyond it. And you're starting to feel that abundance coming in for you, because they gave you, so it says shadow, so it's talk about shadow work, but it's also intuition, because this is the moon card. And so you're working on the flip side, to that energy where you're seeing a lot of things that are lifting for you and they are clearing away from you, because you are, getting that forgiveness or seeking that forgiveness, and you are getting the closure that you need in order to let it go. Um, so that you're no longer carrying that burden. So this is just spirit coming in and even more recognizing all of the work that you have been doing over this past 6, 7 months, going into 8 months, of how much you have really let go, and the burden that you're no longer carrying, because the abundance and the light is starting to come in. Because with the Nine of Wands that's coming in, they're talking about, how much more strength spiritually that you have, emotionally, even physically, that you are having, because you are no longer carrying around things that don't serve you, and you're feeling the lightness of it, and you're seeing the abundance coming through, because the message card that they gave you for this month is the Mountain. And this is very, very recognition, because you feel like so far, like this has been an uphill climb up a mountain that is never ending, like you're never going to get to the top. And that is not the case. Anything worthwhile may take a lot of time and effort in order to try and get there, because it says, know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. And so this has been a challenge. This has been a mental challenge, a physical challenge, a spiritual challenge, an emotional challenge for you, because of how much maybe you have had to have resurface as a means of trying to get the closure you need in order to let it go, so you're not carrying it around anymore. And so they've given you the root chakra as a clarifier. So now you are in this energy of actually feeling like, for the first time in a very, very long time, that you have 2 feet that are on solid ground. You actually feel like you are firmly on a foundation somewhere. It's not rocky, it's not crumbling, it's not tilting, it's not moving, it's solid. And so that is helping to uplift you in a way like you haven't felt in a while, in a long time, because you actually feel like you can climb this mountain because of the foundation you have underneath you. And so with the Six of Pentacles, you are starting to see, not only that abundance, but that spiritual abundance, that emotional abundance and prosperity that is coming in, because for the first time in a while, you are seeing the sun. You can see the path ahead of you because you are being presented with choices. Okay? So you have the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups that are coming in here, and you're being presented with choices that you never thought that you were going to be presented with. And these are abundant choices because you took the time. You took the time to actually plant the seeds, sow the seeds, water the seeds to actually see it grow. And this shadow work and all of this that you have been doing this past year is starting to pay off, and you are starting to see the fruits of your labor coming through very, very forcefully because of the foundation that you have just now built. So all of this work that you have been doing is now holding firm because you're no longer carrying this burden that you had 6 months ago. And it's allowing you to open up to receive so much more. So you're definitely on a very solid, very fast track now of really figuring out how to let go of things that don't serve you and getting that closure you need in order to move forward, because you're seeing the positivity and the light and the weightlessness of, releasing those burdens. So let's go ahead and get a message clarifier for this reading as we go to wrap this up for you, Aquarius. Okay. So the message card that they gave you was, and I love this card, it's chaos and conflict. And if you actually look at the animal that's in front of you, you see all kinds of markings on it. You see you see zebra stripes on it. You see giraffe markings. You see all these different, some of it's falling off, some of it's, is it going back together? What is actually going on? And it just feels like it's all chaos. And that's where I feel like you're at right now, because it's been a long time since you have been in this state of being, of this state of having this strong foundation, this very, very good uh structure moving forward, that you haven't had this albatross, that you haven't had this burden. And it's been such a long time since you've done this, you almost feel like you're in a state of chaos because it's been such a long time since you've been here. And so you're pushing forward, trying to find that new path that you have. And so Spirit is saying, this is okay, this is normal, go with it, you're fine, you are perfectly fine. Okay, so that's your check-in. That's your deeper dive for July, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. Starting next month in for the August reading, I'm going to be doing 2 months at a time in one video. So you're going to see August and September together, and you're going to see October and November together. And then in December, you will see a just a real quick recap of the year before we do the deeper dive into December to wrap up the year. All right. I would be grateful if you'd hit that like, subscribe, and share button on your way out, Aquarius, and we will see you back here next time. Take care.